Could you be missing out on £425 of free cash that's sitting there waiting for you? Thousands of UK households earning under £34,320 are now eligible for a substantial cost of living payment through the government's Household Support Fund. And you might be one of them. This money isn't a loan, it's a payment you'll never have to pay back, designed specifically to help those struggling with rising bills and everyday expenses. But here's the shocking part. Many eligible families aren't even aware this money exists, and time is running out to claim what's rightfully yours. Are you going to let this cash slip through your fingers while bills continue to pile up? Before I dive into all the details about who qualifies and exactly how to claim this money, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on these crucial financial updates. So let's talk about what exactly this Household Support Fund is and why it matters to you. The Department for Work and Pensions, or DWP, has extended this crucial lifeline for low-income households across the UK, with East Riding of Yorkshire Council being the latest local authority to receive a massive £3.6 million to distribute to residents in need. Have you heard about this fund before? Many people haven't, which is precisely why I'm making this video today. This isn't a new initiative. Since October 2021, East Riding of Yorkshire Council alone has awarded an impressive £14 million to residents through this scheme. But what makes this round particularly significant is that applications have now reopened and will remain open until February 27, 2026. That's nearly a year of opportunity to claim this support. But my advice: don't wait. These funds can run out much quicker than expected when word gets out. You might be wondering why this matters right now. Well, despite what some politicians might tell you, the cost of living crisis isn't over for millions of families. Energy bills remain stubbornly high, food prices continue to climb, and everyday expenses are stretching household budgets to breaking point. Could an extra £425 make a difference in your life right now? For many families, this amount could cover an entire month's energy bills or several weeks of groceries. Darren Stevens, Executive Director of Corporate Resources at East Riding of Yorkshire Council, emphasised the importance of this support, saying, "We are pleased to be able to support more local residents in need. Through our Help for Households campaign, we know that the cost of living can be a real struggle for some families and encourage those in need to apply for funding as soon as possible. When local authorities are urging residents to come forward quickly, it's usually a sign that they expect high demand, so why wait?" Now for the question on everyone's mind. Do you qualify for this support? The eligibility criteria are actually much broader than many people realize. First, you need to live within the East Riding of Yorkshire Council tax boundary. But beyond that, the income thresholds are surprisingly generous. Have you been assuming your income is too high to qualify for any government support? You might be pleasantly surprised. For a single working age adult, the net income threshold is £14,248 per year. If you're a couple without children, you can earn up to £23,504 annually and still qualify. Single parents with one child also have a threshold of £23,504, while single parents with two or more children can earn up to £34,320. Couples with two children share that same higher threshold of £34,320. Are you keeping track of where you might fall on this scale? Even pensioners are included in this support scheme. Single pensioners can qualify with a net income of up to £15,964, while pensioner couples can earn up to £26,208 and still be eligible for the full £425 payment. When was the last time you calculated your exact net household income? Many people focus on their gross salary but forget that eligibility for benefits like this is usually based on what you actually take home after tax and other deductions. But there's something else that makes this particular fund unique. The Council has specifically stated they will prioritize applications from those with certain health conditions. Do you or does someone in your household suffer from conditions that are worsened by cold temperatures? The Council has mentioned they'll give priority to those receiving disability benefits who have conditions such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, severe asthma, cardiovascular disease, or sickle cell anemia, especially if these conditions result in higher energy bills. Is that something that affects your household? I want to pause here for a moment and address something important. I know that for many people, there's a sense of pride that makes it difficult to apply for financial help. You might be thinking, I'm not in crisis yet, so I should leave this for others who need it more. But the Council has been very clear about the dual purpose of this fund. Yes, it's there to provide crisis support to vulnerable households in the most desperate need, but it's also explicitly designed to provide preventative support to stop households from falling into crisis in the first place. Is it better to wait until your situation becomes desperate, or to accept help now that could prevent things from getting worse? So, how exactly can this money be used? While the council hasn't specified restrictions on how the £425 should be spent, the Household Support Fund is generally designed to help with essential costs. This typically includes energy and water bills, food, essential household items, and other necessary expenses that you might be struggling to cover. Would clearing an outstanding bill or stocking up your freezer with food make a difference to your peace of mind right now? The application process itself is straightforward, though the council hasn't provided specific details in this announcement. Typically, these applications are handled through the council's website or by phone. You'll likely need to provide evidence of your income, proof of address, and details of any benefits you currently receive. Do you have these documents readily available? It's worth gathering them now, even if you're just considering applying, so you can submit your application quickly when you're ready. One thing I want to emphasize is that this fund represents just one of several support measures currently available to households struggling with the cost of living. Have you checked what other help you might be entitled to? The DWP offers various other forms of support, including universal credit, personal independence payment, PIP, and specific cost of living payments for certain benefit recipients. Could you be missing out on other financial help that's available to you? It's also worth noting that similar schemes are likely operating in other local authority areas across the UK. While this particular announcement focuses on East Riding of Yorkshire, the Household Support Fund is a nationwide initiative. If you don't live in this area, have you checked what your local council is offering? A quick search on your local council's website or a phone call to their helpline could reveal similar support that's available in your area. Let's talk about the bigger picture for a moment. The extension of the Household Support Fund is part of the government's wider strategy to address the ongoing cost of living pressures facing households across the UK. Since its introduction in 2021, this fund has provided billions of pounds in support to millions of families. Yet, despite this investment, many eligible households never claim the support they're entitled to. Why is that? Is it lack of awareness, difficulty navigating the application process, or perhaps a reluctance to ask for help? Whatever the reason, the result is the same: money that could make a real difference to your household budget goes unclaimed. I want to address a question I frequently receive in comments: will accepting this payment affect my other benefits? The short answer is no. Household Support Fund payments are generally disregarded when calculating your entitlement to other benefits. They won't reduce your universal credit, housing benefit, or other DWP support. Isn't that reassuring to know? You can accept this help without worrying about losing other crucial financial support. Another common concern is about tax implications. Rest assured, these payments are not taxable income. You don't need to declare them on your tax return, and they won't push you into a higher tax bracket. They're designed as straightforward financial support during difficult times, no strings attached and no hidden consequences. Doesn't that make the decision to apply a little easier? Let's take a moment to consider what £425 could mean for different households. For a single parent struggling to heat their home properly during winter, it could mean keeping the heating on without fear when temperatures drop. For an elderly couple with health conditions, it might mean being able to afford nutritious food as well as paying bills. For a family with children, it could cover essential items like school uniforms, shoes, or a replacement for a broken appliance. What would this money mean for you and your specific situation right now? As we approach the end of this video, I want to emphasize the time-sensitive nature of this opportunity. While applications are open until February 2026, funds are distributed on a first-come, first-served basis, and there's always the possibility that the money will be exhausted before the deadline. With the cost of living continuing to rise and more people becoming aware of this support, can you afford to delay your application? So there you have it, everything you need to know about claiming your potential £425 payment through the Household Support Fund. To recap, if you live in East Riding of Yorkshire and your household income falls below the thresholds we discussed, you should apply as soon as possible. Don't let pride or uncertainty hold you back from financial support that was specifically created for situations like yours. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up so more people can discover it. Share it with friends and family who might benefit. You never know who might be struggling silently with their finances. Remember to subscribe for more updates on benefits, grants, and financial support that could help ease the burden during these challenging economic times. And drop a comment below if you have questions about this fund or any other financial support. I do my best to respond to everyone. Thank you for watching, and I hope this information helps you access the support you deserve.